It's 2:11. I just thought I'd like to load. You know, usually I go in the beauty shop after Jerry could love to sit there when I was there. They don't make that anymore. And so I just thought that I'd free you today by helping you to understand that life has a way of offering us a bitter cup. But failing to drink from the cup is not going to omit you from the process of the taste or the pain that is in the cup.
Come on now, help me out, Rev.
See, just because you don't drink it don't mean it's going to get sweet.
Right.
Just because you don't drink it don't mean that it don't have to be drinking. Because there are some things that are part of the process. It's just evil. I mean, because if you really look at the salvation story, you know, just at its basic level, what you'll discover is that if there had not been a Judas, there would have never been a Jesus. I mean, somebody had to betray him, and somebody had to deny him in order for the story to be completed. I got any witnesses. Had Judas never betrayed him, we'd have never knew his name. I ain't got no help in here today. And so I want you to get from this lesson, if you don't get anything else, that life's bitter cup is just a cup that has to be drank from. I think the record of God says it sort of like this. It says, in every life, some rain must fall.
Oh, have mercy.
And I've been telling y'all for the last 20 years that we got to quit laughing at folks when it's raining on their side of the street. Because, see, while you laughing at me and it's raining on my side of the street, don't put your umbrella up. Because in every life, they're going to fall. That rain is a representation to me of the bitter cup of life. Because rain, it don't just represent water that falls from the sky, you know. When you look at rain and you start speaking metaphorically, hey, when you got mobiles, then you got money. That ain't that rain? When you love somebody and they don't love you back, I ain't got no help in here today. When you do good to folks, and every time you do good to them, they do it bad to you, I ain't got no help in here. When you loan your money, but then when you need some money, oh, I got some grandmamas in here. When they drop their children off over your house like you're a free babysitter service, ain't that right? When Pastor got to wait 2 hours before he can start the service, and it started at 10:30, and they forced him to start at 12. I thought I wasn't going to get no help. And so life and rain can look like many things, but at the end of the day, it is just a part of the bitter cup that every man must drink. Can I get a witness to this? That cup is a representation of the cross, I believe, that Jesus talked about. When you look at him in Matthew, he said, every man, he said, any man should come after me. It says, let him first do what? And then do what? Pick up his cross, and then do what? Follow me. In other words, unless you're willing to drink from the bitter cup that is assigned to your life, then you're not willing to follow me. Because when you follow Jesus, the rain will fall. Because they said they're going to hate you. Why? For my sake. They ain't hating you because you're you. They just hate you because you're you loving him. Are you listening to me? And when you are you loving him, what you have become is the light. Because he is the light. And you do understand that the only thing that is keeping darkness out of this room is the presence of the light. Now look, the record of God said it like this. It said light and Y'all hear that word? Come on, everybody say coexist. At the same time. In other words, they can't walk hand in hand. You know, ain't no way that it can happen. You cannot have light and darkness at the same time. I remember when I was real popular in the Nation, they used to have a heaven and hell party. That's what kind of stopped me from going to the thing a lot. Because how in the world I'm going to go to a party where folks are willingly going to hell and then coming back to heaven? I mean, Jesus went to hell one time. Preached, did a revival, messed the place up, took the one in command out of command, gave the keys to the second in command, and then sealed it up and put the head leader on the hit list. The devil on the run right now. Whenever they catch up with him, he gets 1,000 years and change he got to do. Are you listening to me? And then created a situation where the folk that went to hell went to talking about it, and what they said, and there was only one letter now. The only letter that ever came from there said, and tell my brothers and sisters, don't come here. Listen, light and darkness can't coexist at the same time. Wherever darkness is, if light shows up, darkness becomes an effect. I ain't got no help in here. And I want to tell you something. Now, can I stick a pin in there and just talk about darkness for a minute? Darkness is nothing but a fabricated thief. I ain't got no help in here today. Darkness will make you believe even that it can do what it can't really do. I'm serious. There are some folks that think they're Superman as long as it's dark. But when you cut the light on, you discover they Pee Wee Herman. I ain't got no help in here today. I mean, folks don't start doing things until it gets dark. I ain't got no help. If you work in the emergency room, it don't get crowded until. I ain't got no help in here today. People act like they can't get sick until your tooth was hurting you all day. You don't decide you need to go to the emergency room until.
That's right. Yes, help.
Darkness don't just make you have fear, ignorance, or crazy. Because you got to be out of your mind to know that this tooth ain't going to hurt you after the pharmacist is closed. If it was hurting you while it was open. I ain't got no help in this today. But a whole lot of us are just, I'm going to just wait to see what happens. I ain't got no help in here today. And now you calling somebody at 3 in the morning talking about, can you help me? I can't stand it no more. And it's cold outside of Chicago. Get it done first. People, wait till I'm just going the wrong direction. But darkness. David talked about it. Watch what he said. David said like this. He said, yea, though I walk through the shadows, the valleys and the shadows of death. What are shadows a representation of? Darkness. You can't have a shadow unless it's dark. That means that light is shining on something, and that something that light is shining on is blocking the light, and then it creates because light will cover up darkness, but if you get in the way, it'll create a shadow and it'll be dark. And David said, yea, though I walk through the valleys of the shadows of death. In other words, David said, and then he said this, he said, I'll fear no evil. What he really trying to say? He said, look, the shadow of a gun can't kill. Now, if you're going to do something, if you want me to be scared, you got to come on with it. You can't be hiding in the shadows talking about I'm going to do this. You can't be threatening me talking about I'm going to get you. Some of us have become ineffective in the church. We've become ineffective in our marriage. We've become ineffective on our job. We've become ineffective in our school. We've become ineffective in our relationship with our brothers, our sisters, our mothers, our cousins, our friends. Why? Because we are afraid of what folks say they're going to do. We're scared of y'all ain't going to help me preach this. We're scared of the shadows. But I want to tell you something. Why are the people of God scared of the shadows? We're scared of the shadows because we have a zeal of God, but not according to righteousness. Because if you understand Him and if you have His righteousness in you, then what will happen is you'll walk like you were ordained to walk. You'll talk like you were ordained to talk. You'll live like you were ordained to live. Too many Christians are professing to be Christians are living defeated lives. You're living below your blessing.